Hey, what's up everyone? This is Spiderfella here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Urza Major Stealth Suit Iron Man. So, I've been really excited about this figure. This is my absolute favorite suit that Tony Stark has worn. I loved it as a kid because it was blue, and that was just that's still my favorite colors. That's part of the reason why I love the suit so much. As you can see, it comes with two different pairs of hands, got repulsors, build a figure piece to Urza Major, and then Tony Stark head. On the side, you get some artwork. On the back, you get a little bio. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read it. And then you can see the other figures that come in the wave, as well as there's a Major. Some of the same artwork on the other side. All right, so now that we're done with that, let's just go ahead and open the figure. Alright everyone, welcome back, and after posing around with the figure and looking at it, I just gotta say, this is my new favorite Iron Man, honestly. I mean, Iron Man is like my second favorite superhero, but I've never really had, an articulated version of him, at least this much. This is my first Iron Man figure in years, and I mean years, and now I can finally just say that this is great. I mean, if you just take a look at the paint and the colors, the midnight blue and just the mixtures, it just looks so cool. You could see, like, it might be hard to tell on camera, but you could see kind of see like how it darkens in certain areas and just lightens up in some areas too. The glossy paint, the metallic-y paint to it. I mean, this seems more glossy to me, metallic. But man, I mean, just aesthetically, it's pleasing and it looks so good. I do have the um, minifigure Marvel Universe version of this, um, and this just blows that out of the water. I mean, I've always thought this suit was awesome, and just the colors, man. I think that just really sells it for me. Um, he looks really good. Um, just the detailing, everything is really overall pleasing. The silhouette, looks really good. The profile, all that looks really, really good. Before we get into articulation, he does come with a couple accessories, like I mentioned before. He does come with the repulsor hands. So these are obviously the hands that he uses to use the repulsor beams. And I think that is just really cool. You can kind of see, we'll just look at one, but you can kind of see like the edged in marks to indicate those are the fingers, much like how a real finger is. And then you see the hole where the repulsor beam plugs in, and all around it, you could just see all these little details. And they look really good. Yeah, really cool. Now, I've heard about this. Some Iron Men have the hinge at the wrist, but this one doesn't. So you can't pose this one. So don't try and pose this one because you're going to snap that. So it's only available to go in one place, which is a little bit disappointing, but I mean, whatever. Hopefully soon they just make it a standard to make it have a hinge, because the fists have that, so these should have it too. He also comes with two repulsor beams that are red, and I think that really just makes the figure pop a lot, having contrasting colors and stuff. Now, I am correct, these parts can come off, so you can either have just the beam by itself, or you can have this piece by itself too. Yeah, so you can yeah, so you can have these beams attached or keep the beams separate. It really doesn't matter. I think if you want more of a wow kind of effect, then maybe you should keep the little, like, the blast effect sort of thing going on here. It's really cool looking. Yeah, really cool. And then he also comes with a Tony Stark head. This is a good one. Hasbro's been getting just really good at their face sculpts, and yeah, you really do get a lot of cool details here. You can see, just pretty much everything. It looks really good. Yeah, love this head sculpt. It's a great head sculpt. And then finally, he comes with the left foot. Yeah, left foot of Ursa Major. And yeah, that is yeah, it's detailed enough. I'm not gonna go too much into it because now we got to get into articulation. So, taking a look at the articulation. Oh, hold on. Before we do that, I did notice right out of the box that the figure had some glue spots on him. I did have to clean that up. Luckily, they weren't like permanent on there. You'll know I had to kind of check in the different points, like in here. I had to go in the corners in here and look all over it to make sure there weren't any. I did have some on the neck. If you can see that little stuff right there, that was the glue spot. That's, you know, kind of distracting. I washed most of it off, but I might have to wash it off a little bit more. And then I'm really sad about this, but if you could see that, it might be hard to see on camera. It's like that right there, that spot. It's a rough spot of glue and of like dried glue right there. Yeah. That's like right where my finger is. Yeah. That's kind of upsetting. But I mean, on camera you can't even really see it, and in person, if you weren't paying attention, you wouldn't be able to see it. It's not a deal breaker or anything. I just would like a almost $30 figure to have good paint, but I mean, that's okay. All right, but now going on to the articulation, he can look up that far. Hey everyone, future spider fella here. I forgot that he has waist rotation, so yeah, my bad. But with the Tony Stark head, he can go up further. So I guess if we want to, we can see that real quick. So let's take a look at that for just reference, I guess. Yeah, he can look up much higher. It looks kind of dumb, but yeah, he can look up that far. So with the Tony Stark head, so that is pretty good range of motion for that going upwards. He's got a rotation a little bit, not too much, but he's got a little bit. Obviously, with the Tony Stark head, you would get more. And yeah, it looks good. He's could do a full 360-degree rotation for the head. That's always nice. He can look down that far, which I think is pretty good, honestly. I don't know how much more you'd how much more you'd want him to go down. Yeah, he's got a decent ab crunch, but he's got a much better arch back. So that is pretty good. Let's see, he's got rotation, so he can go about that far in the shoulder, bicep swivel. He's also got wrist swivel as well, and a double jointed bicep, which is nice, or arm if you want to call that, whatever, same thing. But that works pretty well. He's got a hinge in the arm as well, or in the hand. And also out of the box, this figure was also kind of tight in certain areas, so just be careful. You could warm it up if you want to. That helps too. You know, same stuff going on. He can, let's see, he can kick forward about that far, which is pretty good. Yeah, that's really good, honestly. That's not bad at all. Not very far back. It's about as far as you're gonna get it. But then he's also got thigh swivel on all sides as well. He's also got, let's see, yep, he's got, I guess, a shin swivel. And then he's also got a toe hinge and then a toe swivel or ankle pivot, if you want to call it that. Yeah, so he is pretty highly articulated in those areas. He can also, he's also got double jointed knees, so that is also highly appreciated. And he could go back that far, which is pretty far. It's pretty far if I learn that, yeah. that's not bad. I mean, for Iron Man, you know, he's wearing a big suit or he's wearing a suit over his body, so I guess that's more understandable. Um, but yeah, I mean, he's got good articulation. Obviously, you know, he doesn't have the hidden joints or anything, which is, you know, disappointing. But then again, that is a pretty recent technology that companies have been using. Well, imports have been using, and now certain companies from, you know, the U.S. are starting to catch on to that. So I also kind of forgot he can go all the way around. Sorry about that. I tend to forget that kind of stuff. And he's also got a pretty good spread or split. Yeah, pretty good. Not quite 180, but and these don't articulate as far as these don't articulate. But overall, I mean, despite, you know, some problems I had with it with the glue and uh stuff like that, I think that's really my only problem with it. I personally thought the articulation was pretty standard for the figure that you know, it's Iron Man, you know, he's not going to be the most flexible guy. Um, but yeah, I think this is a great figure. I mean, I might be kind of biased because it's my favorite suit, but honestly, I mean, he's got pretty good range of motion. And you know what? Let's see what he looks like with the repulsor hands on, you know, or at least one of them. See what that looks like. You know. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, you could really get some cool Iron Man poses. Yeah. You could also plug that into the foot as well, which I love. That's why I wish it came with 4, so I could have you know, repulsor hands and have the feet boosting off the ground. That would be awesome. But anyways, that is, you know, about wrapping it up. I really did enjoy this figure a lot. I think this is an amazing Marvel Legend. If you can get it, I would recommend it, especially if you're an Iron Man fan, or you just like the suit armor, which personally, I love the suit armor. So, that is going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. See you guys next time, and more reviews coming soon. Alright. See you guys later.